also I want to show you what happened if the route is discontinued and I want to bind them together. So here you can see the route. I have no connection between Topla and Risma, and I select Risma to the scratch pad and then see what happened when I put it up in the squares. I get a white line, so the whole route get a white line all the way. I don't know if it's supposed to be like this, but anyway, it's maybe an important thing. I don't know how much you can see, but hopefully you can see what happens. I do like this, and when I execute it, it's like this. I have no top of descent and end of descent and the acceleration yet, but here we have it. And when I set a speed in the FMS, for example at this point, GG713, the top of descent and the acceleration changes, and not just that. Let's say I want 200 knots at Risma. So I set 200 knots like this, 200 knots, and that. And when I put it to Risma, I can see the white line and the top of the descent changed. So the top of the descent changed without me executing. And of course when I execute it gets pink. If I again change it to, for example, 150 knots, it's a low speed, but let's say 150 knots at Risma. Let's see what's happened with the top of descent. Yeah, it changed. It moved to here. So top of descent changes and the white line changes, and how the route is drawn is also going to change. Let's say that I want 250 knots or 300 knots at Topla, or something like that. Let's see what's happened. Okay, 300 knots. It's completely unrealistic, but I will use it anyway. So I put 300 knots, as you can see here. I put 300 knots to Topla now, and see what happened. Not so much. Not so much. And let's see if I change 300 knots to Risma. It's just bogus. But just to show you what happens. And you see the white line, and the acceleration top of the sun changes, and take execute. It should warn me that it's unable to do this or something like that. No, it's very strange, but it's possible. Let's set 300 knots at this point. Yeah, now I get the message. No descent path after GG71. So everything that I do in the CDU changes, and the top of the descent and the deceleration point and changes, and of course I get a white line, white dotted line instead of a pink dotted line that is in Prosim. I don't know if it's a customer option, but I don't think that, because all videos on YouTube on real FMSs and playing routes, there's a white line. So this is also a thing that has to change, I think.